Good afternoon, Gills fans. Welcome back to another match day live from myself on Gills and the Blood TV. It is Saturday. It is about 5 minutes to 3 p.m. We do have a 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff. We are at the Keepmoat Stadium for Doncaster Rovers versus Gillingham. Gills players have just come out onto the pitch. Team news is in, and importantly, it's only one change from last week. Carl Dempsey and Dominic Samuel have both come through fitness tests, which is a big boost. Alex McDonald comes back into the 11 to replace the again injured Scott Robertson, who's been rested as a precaution according to the manager. Matty Willock misses out as well with cramp suffered during the week in the defeat to Cambridge. So your Gills 11 in full. Jack Bonham in goal. A back four of Ryan Jackson, Jack Tucker, Connor Ogilvie and Thomas O'Connor. A midfield diamond of Robbie McKenzie at the base. The skipper Carl Dempsey and Alex McDonald from the side, and Dominic Samuel behind that front pairing of John Akindi and Dane Oliver. Gills bench is Joe Walsh, Henry Woods, Jacob Mellis, Zach Medley, Josh Eccles, Declan Drysdale and Trey Coyle. A welcome return for Jacob Mellis, who we thought was going to be out for the whole season. And just had a little bit of look before coming on air. Somewhat surprisingly, Jack Bonham is the only player in today's 11 that started the corresponding fixture at the start of last season, which was Steve Evans' first competitive game in charge of the Gills. Aside from that, it's a completely different 10 in front of him. Be a test today, probably one of our hardest tests in all of this 5-game unbeaten run, aside from maybe Charlton. They're a good side, Doncaster. They play the right way. Darren Moore gets them set up well. They've got some good players. The fact that Carl Dempsey and Dominic Samuel are both fit has given us a real boost, and I think gives us a better chance of getting something out of the game. But we're going to have to be at our best to get something. I went for a 1-1 draw in the pre-match preview on Thursday. I'm sticking to that. I'd take a point. I think it'd be a decent draw on the road. Kick-off is shortly approaching, so I will bring you footage as and when it comes. 4.5 minutes gone. It's been all Doncaster in the opening stages without really getting in behind or causing us a real threat, but they keep the ball really well. We know that. They've earned themselves a first corner, so we'll just stay with this. It's going to be taken on the far side. Going to be left-footed in, swinging. Big John Akindi's back. Dane Oliver's back to defend this as well. Here it comes now. It's into a dangerous area. It's easy enough for Jack Bonham, though. Comes out and claims confidently, and still goalless as the clock ticks over 5 minutes. First real venture forward from the Gills. It comes after 14 minutes. Carl Dempsey and Alex McDonald's managed to break up play in the middle of the park. Dempsey then feeds Dominic Samuel on the halfway line, right-hand side. Picks out a really good ball, switching it across to Tom O'Connor on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, his cross was slightly overhit and landed on the roof of the net. Still goalless. Game is going to be Doncaster having lots of the ball. Gills playing on the counter-attack. We know that. But yeah, it's goalless. And in terms of clear-cut chances, there's nothing happened so far. Still 0-0. First half chance of the game really for Doncaster. They work a corner short on the far side. Left-footed cross comes in eventually. Just looking at the replay now. Andy Butler, the centre half, gets across his man, gets half a head on it. It bounces into the turf and skips up harmlessly over Jack Bonham's goal. Still goalless. Doncaster still having loads of the ball. Still no clear-cut chances for either side though. First glimpse of goal for young Tyrese John Jules for Doncaster. Gets the ball on his left foot, shifts his weight, gets half a yard, drags a shot just wide of Jack Bonham's far post. All Doncaster still. Gills at the moment not keeping it when we do get possession, and we need to rectify that pretty quickly, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. Still goalless, 23.5 played. Goal for the home side. It's a little bit out of the blue. For all their good football, it's all been in the middle third. They've then gone a bit direct. A shot from 25 yards, blocked well by Connor Ogilvie. Breaks to the feet of Reece James. Has a touch out his feet and toe pokes it past Jack Bonham into the far corner. In terms of possession, Doncaster have had all of it, but that's the first real chance they've created. But be interested now, Gills are going to have to try and play a little bit differently, because they can't go through the rest of the game having 20% of the ball. 1-0 to the home side with half hour played. Corner for Gills on the near side as we're watching. First real bit of decent play we've put together. Actually got it down. It ended with Ryan Jackson putting a really good ball into the box, which they've had to clear. Tom O'Connor's corner's really good. Where's it gone? Oh, it's broken at the far post. It's hit Jack Tucker on the knee. Didn't know anything about it. It's bobbled out for a goal kick. I'm not sure who won the original flick. It might have been Dane Oliver. It's really good delivery from Tom O'Connor. Just watching the replay now. Tom O'Connor's free corner comes in. It's Ogilvie and the mixture of defender. Then it hits someone on the far post, the Doncaster player, and bounces off Jack Tucker at the far post and goes out. Signs of life from Gills though, finally. Gills enjoying a little bit of possession finally. Carl Dempsey's pinch possession in his own half, driven forward, gives it to Dominic Samuel. He plays a good ball into John Akindi, who drives into the box, checks back onto his right foot. Shot gets closed down. It's gone out for a corner on the far side. So Gills trying to build their way back into this game with 35 played. Carl Dempsey's going to take the corner. Here it comes, in swinging again. It's not beat the front man. It's disappointing. Carl Dempsey's trying to recover possession. He's brought the player down on the far side. They do well to just run away and take that there, because it could be a card. Trevor Kettle's called him back. I think he's just going to get a lecture this time and say that happens again, it'll be a caution. But yeah, still 0-0. But yeah, Gills just starting to show signs of life in terms of being an offensive threat. I thought Gills had equalised for a second. Alex McDonald, who's been really involved in the last couple of minutes, plays John Akindi in inside left channel, gets the ball back, gets the ball out of his feet, right-footed drive. Joe Lumley in the Doncaster goal scrambling across, but it's hit the stanchion behind the goal and rolled into the back of the net. For a minute, I thought it had crept in the far corner. But Gills definitely showing more in terms of pinching possession and getting closer to the Doncaster midfield now. Well in this game still. Good save from Jack Bonham with about 30 seconds or 40 seconds to go in the period. It's ball played into a dangerous area. Doncaster lad spins really well. Jack Bonham spreads himself, managed to get a leg to it, which goes out for a corner, which has been headed over the bar. Gills could do with the half-time whistle, I'm not going to lie. About 20 seconds left to play, still 1-0. Half-time at the Keepmoat, Doncaster Rovers 1, Gillingham 0. Doncaster Rovers have had about 80% of the ball. Gills have really struggled to put anything together in terms of concerted football, concerted pressure. Alex McDonald's snapshot that drifted just wide of the post is the best effort that we can talk of. For Dane Oliver, John Akindi not getting any service at all. We've spent a lot of the half clearing our lines. For all their possession though, there's only been 2 shots on target from the home side. One was the goal through Reece James and one was the save that Jack Bonham made right at the end. And all the time it's still only 1-0. Gills are well in it, but we do need to try and find a way of having more of the football in the second period. Maybe try and play a different way. Yeah. Not much to write home about in terms of chances. Alex McDonald and Carl Dempsey have probably been our best 2 players in the middle of the park. Aside from that, we've not had enough of the football. But, as I say, while it's only 1, still in the game. Second half's just back underway here, and Gills have made 2 changes. Not really surprised. Steve Evans has gone to his bench very early. Big John Akindi and Alex McDonald have been withdrawn at the break. In their place, Jacob Mellis and Zech Medley, so it looks like it's still a flat back 4, so Zech Medley's gone into left back. It could be a diamond with Robbie McKenzie at the base still, with Dempsey and O'Connor from the sides, Jacob Mellis in the 10 and then Dominic Samuel alongside for Dane Oliver. Or it could be a 4-2-3-1 with McKenzie and Dempsey sitting, Mellis in the 10 and then Samuel and O'Connor from the sides and Oliver through the middle on his own. Just trying to work it out as the second half develops. It's about 2 minutes in, nothing's happened so far. Decent possession early stages of the half for Gills, and we certainly look more fluid and a little more like we can keep the ball better in this period already. Jacob Mellis will give us that. We know technically he's very good. But yeah, Carl Dempsey had a half chance. Ball broke to him in the box, managed to control it and spin, but his shot was blocked before he'd really got it away. Come back to Dominic Samuel and it got closed down. But yeah, Gills look a lot better already. We've got a long throw here on the left, which Ryan Jackson's come across to take. It's been launched into a danger area. Headed clear by Andy Butler. Zech Medley's going to try and recycle it. Hooks it forward. Defender makes it. Carl Dempsey's done well to win it. Ryan Jackson tried to get him in. Unfortunately, just couldn't bring it under control. And then he's charged down the clearance. 50 minutes gone, still goalless. But Gills already look a lot more threatening. We said Gills had started the second half better. They're level 5 minutes into the second period. Tommy O'Connor wins a header. Dane Oliver flicks it round the corner. The skipper, Carl Dempsey, has a touch out of his feet. Doesn't really catch it, it doesn't look like at first thought, but it's gone in the bottom corner past Joe Lumley. Gills are level, 1 each, 51 on the clock. Gills are only level for a couple of minutes. Halliday has scored for Doncaster Rovers. They broke down our left. The ball gets cut back. There's a snapshot. Jack Bonham makes a really good save. Gets his hand down to it on the left-hand side. Zech Medley's not alert, unfortunately. Halliday's able to come in, taps it into the roof of the net from about 4 or 5 yards. Really harsh on Gills, who've been the better side in the first 10 minutes of this second half, but they've got work to do again now. Trail 2-1. Another half chance for the home side. Zech Medley's had a shocking 15 minutes since coming on, unfortunately. Poor control, allows the player in down the right-hand side. Can't touch him as he drives into the box. Ball gets played back to John Jules. Gets the shot away. Jack Tucker makes a really good block to prevent it going on target and possibly 3-1. Still 2-1, 57 played. It's a much more end-to-end game now since Gills have made these changes at the break. Still trailing, but reacted well to conceding again. Have another good possession, a period of possession in the Doncaster half, and without really getting in behind or creating a goal-scoring opportunity. Jacob Mellis whipped in a ball that was defended pretty well. And we've got a free kick now on the far side as I'm watching, about 10, 15 yards into the Doncaster half. So I'm sure we'll get this one into the mixer and try and hit for Dane Oliver and or maybe Connor Ogilvie, one of the centre halves. Comes a free kick from Carl Dempsey, far post. Ogilvie flicks it on Dane Oliver tries to challenge, but it's bounced through to Joe Lumley in the Doncaster goal, unfortunately. 64 played, still 2-1. Really good game second half. Gills are making a third change. It's Tommy O'Connor coming off Trey Coyle, which is good. Positive move from Gills. Going to come on. Looks like he'll play from the left-hand side then in this 4-2-3-1. Good 25 minutes to make an impact for the young Arsenal loanee. Tommy O'Connor, tough game today. Struggled at left-back in the first half. Slightly improved in the second period further forward, but not the best day in the office for the young Irish lad. 2-1, 66 played. Big save from Jack Bonham, prevents it going to 3-1. It's the lad Sims again who's caused problems down our left-back area all afternoon. Zach Medley out of position. Connor Ogilvie has to come across. Ducks inside, Sims onto his left foot. Jack Bonham flings himself high to his right, gets a big hand over the bar for a corner to keep us in the game with 20 minutes to play. Another half chance for Doncaster. Gills obviously having to be a bit more open as we chase the game. Carl Dempsey, who's been very good on the whole, couple of times takes risks, tries to dribble out of his own box once. Then sells Ryan Jackson short and he gets caught in possession. Ball gets played to John Jules inside right channel. Drags his shot wide of the far post. They're making a change now, the home side, with 16 minutes to play plus injury time. Still 2-1, still open. Gills obviously taking more risks. Half a chance for the Gills after a good spell of possession. We work it from left to right. Jack Tucker puts a good diagonal in at the far post. For Dane Oliver climbs. Trey Coyle snapshot. Joe Lumley makes a really good save. In hindsight, it's probably best it didn't go in because Trevor Kettle's just penalised for Dane Oliver for a push in the back. Didn't see a lot in it myself. But yeah, Trevor Kettle's starting to do Trevor Kettle things in the last 5-10 minutes. Still 2-1, 10 minutes to play. Gills still well in this. Another chance for Doncaster. The Gills goals leading a bit of a charm life at the moment. Honor Kabiri's just come on. His first touch hits the inside of the post. Not sure if Jack Bonham got a touch, but it certainly means that Gills are still in the game. Another change for the Gills as well. It's a full substitution of the afternoon. Commentary team are just making the note that that's the first time Steve Evans has used more than 3. Bit worryingly, it's Jacob Mellis who's gone off for Josh Eccles. He only came on at half-time. Fingers crossed that it's not a recurrence of that knee problem. But Eccles is on for Jacob Mellis with 8 minutes left. Throw in for Gills on the left-hand side. Ryan Jackson's going to hurl it into the danger area. He's just getting the ball as dry as possible. Big run-up. Jack Tucker aims near post. It's gone nowhere near any Gills players, unfortunately. It's been headed clear. Ogilvy's tried to recycle it into a danger area, but everyone's pushed up to avoid being offside. It's drifted out for a goal kick. Still 2-1 to Doncaster. Gills trying to create some pressure, playing the game in the Doncaster half. Another long throw. This time it's going to be Connor Ogilvy who's going to launch it from the near side. There's plenty of space from the holdings to the touchline, which helps. It's gone short, actually, for Josh Eccles. Clipped one far post. Headed down. Is that it? A hand? Jack Tucker's a... probably be soft, but... It's been hacked into the stand. Doncaster playing a different way to what they've done for the majority of the game. Everything's going long now. Throwing on the far side. We'll stay with this. It's going to be Ryan Jackson. Here it comes now. Approaches the near side of the box. Jack Tucker and Ogilvy challenge. It's been hacked up in the air again. It looks like the lad Sims, I think. Zach Medley tries to recycle it. Plays it forward. It's been cleared. We might get caught on a break. Robbie McKenzie's had to come across and cover. He's done well in fairness to hold the fella up. Trey Coyle's done well as well. They've gone backwards to the halfway line. We've managed to just see out that little bit of danger. No foul, no foul. Halliday's gone flying through. All of a sudden he's in on goal. Blazed it over. Cool, that'd have been some goal. Gills didn't make a challenge. He's burst through. Tight angle's gone into the stand behind the goal. Couple of minutes plus injury time. Half chance for Gills, nothing more. Another long ball. Dane Oliver wins the header. Of course he does. Snapshot from Trey Coyle on the volley. Didn't wrap his foot round. It's drifted just wide of the far post. 88-34 played. Still 2-1 to Doncaster. Should be a fair bit of injury time though with all the substitutions made. 5 minutes injury time been signalled, but the ball's in the wrong half at the moment from our point of view, unfortunately, although miscontrol has led it to roll out for a goal kick with 45 seconds into that 5 minutes. Strangely now, Gills keep going short from goal kicks, Doncaster going long. It's a complete reversal from the first half, although Connor Ogilvy's drilled one into no man's land, unfortunately. Usually better than that. Doncaster are just going to clip it down the line. Ogilvy will go all the way back to Jack Bonham. Just over a minute gone of these 5. Still 2-1 down, but still in it. Into Gills deep in Doncaster territory. Callum John, the left-back, nearly let it go for a corner, but he's managed to keep it in. But it's still going to be dangerous from Gills' point of view. It'll be Ryan Jackson from the far side. Come on, Gills. Here it comes now. High into the box. I think Oliver fell over and it was headed clear. Trey Coyle's managed to get back, giving it to Josh Eccles on the halfway line. He's gone past Honor Kabir. He's going to clip one into a dangerous area. Too close to Joe Lumley, unfortunately, too straight. It's been the problem in the last couple of minutes. Still 2-1, 2.5 to play. About a minute and a half to go. Throw into Doncaster just inside their half. Dane Oliver's been brilliant this second half, chasing every lost cause, basically won every header. I think it's his assist for the goal. He's just done really well here again. Closed down the right back, launched himself into a block tackle that's gone out for a throw-in. But time is against Gills at the moment. We're into the last 80 seconds, plus whatever Kettle adds on him in addition to that, which won't be a lot. There's not really been many stoppages. Throw into Gills. Darren Moore, unfortunately, couldn't control that one somewhat. Let it go through his legs. That was surprising, wasn't it? But the throw in down the line from Connor Ogilvie doesn't beat the first man. Quality's just been not good enough in the last couple of minutes for Gills, unfortunately. Doncaster clip it down the line. Ola Kabiri will chase it. Jack Tucker's... No, sorry, that's Josh Eccles has done well. Ogilvie keeps it alive. It's gone across field to Jack Tucker. Jack Tucker launching it forward. Dane Oliver competes again. Can we win it in the middle of the park? Ogilvie's been fouled, surely. It's a free kick to Gills, about 15 yards in the Doncaster half. Jack Tucker's going up. Is Jack Bonham coming up? We know he did in the cup game. Can't fault Gills for effort second period or performance. It's been really good. Unfortunately, you just look at the tactics first half and think, why were we so passive? That's what could cost us. Jack Bonham has trotted up for this. It's going to be Josh Eccles. 2-2 or 3-1. You take your pick. Josh Eccles into the box, straight down Joe Lumley's throat. That is really, really poor from a young Coventry lone man. And that is probably it, unfortunately. Joe Lumley in no hurry. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play still continuing here. We're a little bit overtime. Throw-ins in Gills half though. Jack Tucker's got to go long. He has. There is the full-time whistle. Gills much better second half, but unfortunately that first period has cost us ultimately. So frustrating because second half there's a case to say that we were just a better team. At worst, we were much more competitive. We were much more in the game. We created more. We pushed them back. We forced them to change the way they played. First period, though, we were far too passive. We stood off, treated them like, I don't know, Barcelona, Bayern Munich rather than Doncaster. You just wonder if we'd had a real go from the start, we'd have probably got something out of the game. But it's a final score of Doncaster Rovers 2, Gillingham 1. We will see you Monday for a Monday review, looking back at this defeat and then ahead to Tuesday night's home fixture against Accrington. As always, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Until next time, up the Gills.